Morning, good day, however you want to say it. I wanted to take another minute and go over this car we just pulled in, which is going to end up going to a veteran. I'm doing this with Purple Heart Homes out of Statesville. Anyhow, this car was donated up there. I'm going to go through it, give her the old once over, and try and get it as straight as possible. So, let me introduce you. This is actually it's a 2001 Volkswagen Beetle. My initial understanding was an 03, but according to the VIN, it's an 01. So, anyhow, she's had work done on her before. Just even with the paint, I don't know if you'd be able to see it, but there's definitely spots where there was, I can't even get it to come up, pinstriping. That's been stripped off, but you can still see it in the paint. Ooh. You get a little bit right there. Anyhow, I can tell you driving it so far, the brakes suck. Transmission clutch isn't shifting right. Could be an adjustment, could be a clutch. Got to get into it to look. The pads, brake pads have been done. Looks like somebody swapped calipers before. But I can tell you, again, brakes suck. So the boys did bleed it some last night, and we were getting all kinds of junk out of the line. So that's going to be a full-on system flush, which I'm going to start doing this morning. Other than that, though, I did find paperwork. So the spark plugs apparently have been replaced like last year. We got goofy things like, washer nozzle hook up. We had the air cleaner out to get to the fluid reservoir back there, but again, I'm going to take the rest of this off to get that reservoir cleaned out, and then we're going to start flushing brake system. So we haven't gotten too far into it up here. I did notice some of the fuel lines are pretty hard and starting to crack on the end, so we'll have to take a look at those. Past that, it's a lot of interior junk. Door panels are just jacked up. That's not supposed to be there. We got screws everywhere. Broken switches. Missing our little lighter deal right there, and the whole armrest is gone. Glove box door handle is busted. Radio is sticking out. Mid antenna, so that needs to get checked and ran, or I wonder if this antenna is good. Actually, it's just a different style hookup. We'll have to look at that. It'll save from having to run. That cable goes boop, 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 all the way back. Up the pillar back there. So that's interior work. Seats aren't too bad except for this one spot that had major duct tape. I don't know. Miscellaneous trim pieces. Rear hatch. Ooh, the shocks are like, they're done. Handle back here does not operate, so you can get it to open from the inside, but we're going to take a look at that. There's shards of glass here and there, so I think at some point this back window was busted. But definitely, this was probably full of water at one point in time because of all the rust in there. Anyhow, their tires look flat. other than that, it's not too bad, I suppose. These guys aren't attached. I don't see any obvious leakage on the struts or anything, but somebody's definitely been in here messing around before. That looks like an older caliper, but I know I've got two new ones. I thought might have been the rears. Anyhow, aside from that, there is a huge power steering leak out of the right pinion. Give me a second. That on the floor right there, that's from when they were filling up brake fluid. Get some eye level action here. Missing a grommet. Missing connectors, maybe that's why. It looks like it's been rubbing. Again, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to do the clutch, but gotta do a lot of securing. All this stuff. Nothing under here really screams anything. Looks like she's been ran up on a curb once or twice, or jacked in the wrong place. Boop, boop. So, anyway, it's a 2001, right? So, 25 years. Seems to run good, except for the whole not very easy to shift and not very easy to stop. But we can get that figured out. I tell you, the worst part about this thing is going to be interior parts. I don't like to just make sure that they run, but you know, you don't want to get in there and be looking at a bunch of busted plastic and stuff. Again, not supposed to be there. More screws, tacks. We did have some of these covers in the car. Do this need to get put on? Interior stuff. Yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at. Plan for today, I got other stuff going on, but I at least want to get this fluid drained out, which I'm going to be sucking the majority of it out of the reservoir. Try and clean the reservoir up as much as possible, and then we'll get new fluid in and start bleeding it. All right, well, that's it.